Hi everyone, my name is Christy Funk and today I'm serving up Eco-Beauty. And we are going to be having a discussion on the 101s of Eco-Beauty. I have been a makeup artist for 20 years, living holistically for 20 years, an Eco-Beauty Stylist for 13 years. And I'm part of a holistic moms group that really inspired me to do a series of really getting into Eco-Beauty. Not just Beauty Counter. Yes, I'm a consultant for them. I'm aligned with that company and very proud of my decision there. But I thought I would open up the doors and the floor for a very frank discussion on what it means to have safer beauty in our lives. I am a lifestyle coach. I am very passionate about bringing cutting edge information and very candid conversation on what it means to be whole and well, not just in our physical body, but in our spiritual and emotional body. So eco-beauty is a huge thing. Beauty is a huge industry, and I've been in this industry for so long that I know the ins and outs of it. And so this is an introductory video, and I'm going to do my best to provide as much information as possible. There will be other videos where I really I dig deep and go into very specific ingredients, very specific brands, and how to make better choices for you and your daughters and everyone around you. So the first thing that I want to really take a look at is, what is your beauty background? This is really important because there are women that are requiring professional performing products that they use maybe at Sephora, at Nordstrom, at Neiman's, at any of the major department stores, and want that same quality and performance in their eco-beauty. Then there may be just the mom or the woman that is pretty granola crunchy and very earthy and just wants organic, simple products that give her a little bit of a glow and a little bit of color. Those are two very different demographics and two very different women. And so I want to first introduce what it means to have products that perform like some of the big names. Those products carry a lot of fillers and ingredients to make them slip, to make them smooth, to a lot of silicone to make it slip and smooth, to make it reflect light, and also to last long. Like a 12-hour lipstick has to have very specific chemicals to keep that on your lip. And everything from like the eyelash extensions, all of that requires chemicals. Now, not all chemicals are terribly disruptive, and we want to be as chemical free as possible. We want to use organic ingredients as much as possible. And there are all shades of green in the eco beauty world. And having a store myself, I had the very first eco beauty bar in Orange County. This was like 8 years ago, I think 7, 8 years ago. And I brought in luxury performing eco brands that nobody knew back then. And they had to have a certain performance. They had to have enough pigment, but lesser chemicals than their counterparts in the department stores. So I knew that when I was picking these products, that they were going to have some chemicals, because the chemicals and the ingredients, some of the synthetic ingredients, are what makes it last longer, provides hyperpigment, and makes it perform in a certain way. And so I had some other lines that didn't have as many ingredients, but the performance wasn't as good. So you need to decide, first of all, what is your beauty background? Are you just an earthy, crunchy, like nature-loving girl that just wants very simple things? Then there are lines in alignment with that. If you are somebody that's wanting to transfer your makeup bag from the heavier chemical-laden cosmetics into something that at least performs somewhat like that, then it's a whole different ball game. And this is where I'm really passionate about, is making sure women make safer choices, but understand they're not getting the chemical overload of the other brands, but there's still some synthetic ingredients that need to be in those products to make them slip, to make them perform, to make them last, and to give them color. So when you are looking at eco beauty, you want to look at certain ingredients. And like I said, I'm going to be cutting the, like really going through and educating you on that. I want to give you some stats, and these are newsletters that I wrote back in like 2009, 2008. And one of them was too toxic to dump. And this is why you're even interested in Eco Beauty. I was doing research and found out that the chemicals that are in mainstream products are so toxic that they should not be dumped in a dumpster, that they are considered hazardous waste. And I remember going, oh my gosh, this makeup is even too toxic to dump. And that created a whole event in the store where we got press and everybody, I had so many people in the store. So you have to understand that the chemicals are so heavy and they're cheap fillers. These are cheap ingredients so that they can slap on big branding names and marketing packages so that you think that you're really getting something luxurious. There are very few factories that actually produce the makeup as well. So a lot of the same brands are going, a lot of the different brands are going to one factory to get production made because the cost is so high even to make a palette of lipsticks, a tube of lipsticks in 7 different colors. So here's some things to think about. PEGs, which is propylene glycol, isopropyl alcohol, are so toxic that the EWG says workers have to use protective clothing when handling. Lead is a neurotoxin and was found in over 60% of lipstick in 2007. That has not changed very much. I think it's at 65% lipstick now. Phthalates are banned in Europe and not in the US. The cosmetic industry says that certain cancerous chemicals won't cause harm because the amounts used are too small. The problem is that we use several products in a day, layering these chemicals on our body. It's like a stack of pancakes. Every single day, we're adding more and more chemicals onto our bodies. That's how it makes a difference. Products with the highest toxicity concerns are hair color, bleach, hair relaxer, nail polish, skin lightener, and nail treatments. So the reason that you're here is that you're wanting to lessen the chemical burden on your hormones, your endocrine system, your entire beautiful body, is you want to lessen the chemical load. And those chemicals do matter. You may think that you're putting on a lipstick and it's no big deal. You're eating that lead. You may think that the mascara that you're putting on your eyelashes is okay, it's no big deal. Well, the lead and the heavy metals and the mercury are going straight into your tear ducts, into your bloodstream instantly. You're thinking that your foundation with all of that lovely slip and glow that has silicone and other fillers and other ingredients to make it look that way are no big deal. They're going straight into your body and disrupting your hormones. Anything with fragrance in it is a hormone disruptor. Anything. So the fragrance has to come from a botanical essential oil that is safe and non-toxic. But when you read fragrance on anything and it's not being sourced from an organic ingredient, you need to put it down. We're really experiencing a plethora of adrenal fatigues, all kinds of endocrine and hormonal disruptions in women, and then of course things like cancer and breast cancer. Not good. The other thing is that the ingredients, and now this was in 2009 that I wrote this, ingredients banned from cosmetics in the US were 10 to Europe's 1100. Now we have 11 banned to Europe's over 1100. Beauty Counter has banned 1,400 chemicals from their company. This is the major player and difference between this and other Eco Beauty lines, is that Beauty Counter actually has Mia Davis from the Environmental Working Group that is having these strict guidelines for chemical safety and for ingredient safety for human consumption usage, because not all organic ingredients are actually safe for human usage. So that's a difference. I just had to plug that in because it was appropriate. We absorb 60% of what we put on our skin, and products are entering the marketplace faster than they can be reviewed. This is where greenwashing comes in. This is where a company can put a bunch of cute little juice and fruit extracts instead of putting the scientific terms, and we think it's pure. there's a big discrepancy, and since it's not being regulated, we have no idea what the ingredients are unless you know the ethics and the founding of the companies, of which I do, because I had these luxury brands in my store. According to the EWG, one of every 120 products on the market today contains ingredients certified by the government as known or probable human carcinogens. It's a lot, and it's confusing, and it's overwhelming. And that's where I come in to be able to help decipher this for you so that you really make the best choices. Just understand, if you want completely chemical free, completely synthetic free cosmetics, I'm not talking skincare, cosmetics, you are going to be limited, very, very limited as to what you can use as makeup. Even the organic, even the eco lines out there have some type of synthetic ingredient that's either binding or providing some type of enhancement in the cosmetic. The point is how is it being tested for safety? Because those, you can take one synthetic ingredient that's in an eco line, and that same synthetic ingredient in another line that is not eco, and the quantity is more on this side than it is in something that is more eco. So I'm here to help. I really want to dive in and give you as much information as possible. If you have any particular questions, please reply here, message me here. Don't forget to follow me on YouTube, on Facebook. My website is christyfunk.com. My beauty counter site is beautycounter.com/christyfunk, CHRISTYFUNK. So that's just the basic intro. I understand your concerns. I don't want you to be fearful. Let's get through this information and get you on a roadmap so that what you have in your makeup bag makes you feel good and makes you look as good as you feel. Many blessings on your journey. And if you want to work with me, please message me, christyfunk.com. Mwah.